Honestly, I'm not really a big fan of seeing garbage on the streets or just in plant life. It's always bothered the absolute shit out of me when I'm constantly growing up. Because when you see garbage like around constantly everywhere you go, when it comes to going to the store, walking in the park, or just anywhere, it always just unnerved me. Since I understand that people have the power to choose and to choose to throw away said thing out in the world, but said choice can always lead it to it backfiring because after all, nature can't handle this amounts of junk out in the world. Since after all, a lot of the things we throw out is, impossible for nature to properly recycle. Like you have plastic bottles, which I learned are practically hard to get rid of and melted down by nature's bosoms because that shit takes fucking years to melt. And it always bothers hell out of me. Like lately we've been in this type of year, type of type of culture where we just don't give a shit about the world. Even though the world is blatantly alive, we still don't show it with the proper respect it deserves. Like, I understand you have this whole mentality that you're number one, you should focus on yourself, but at the same time, the world is the thing that gives you, allows you to do all this shit, allows you to be a bastard, be a goody two shoes, or anything. The fact that no one really shows a lot of respect or decency to the world is honestly questionable. Like, I get it, Mother Nature can be a bitch, trust me, I know. I was at, like, a literal park, and when I was climbing and walking around the trees, there's a shit ton of fucking bugs get on your face. Pisses me off. Understand that any person would want to burn nature at that moment when you have a lot of these little shits in your face. But still, it's deserving of respect. Like, we already made Mother Nature and the world our bitch. It's best to treat it better than other people we treat, and how we treat others. And it's generally something that always annoys me. Because we have the power, we have the technology, but yet we still don't do anything about it since we just let it pile around in the bushes and all this. It's something that just bothers the shit out of me. Like, I don't want our country to be like China. Like, China is very wasteful. It's the point where it's unbelievable. It's better to live in a cold, metallic city than to live out in the forest because they already killed their version of Mother Nature. Because Mother Nature is sick, ill, and unbelievable. It very much worries me seeing that happen over here. And I honestly do like the idea of people that care a bit more about this. Since after all, how we treat the world, in many ways, would treat the world isn't gonna win in our favor. Because if we treat the world this poorly, then we aren't deserving of its beauty, or even deserving of breathing its air. After all, plant life we see around us is the thing that keeps us alive, and in return, we give it carbon dioxide. The fact that we treat the world so poorly, honestly, kind of is deserving of punishment because really, what do you expect? When you treat the world so poorly, it makes sense the world is gonna get back at you for what you do towards it. It's kind of like reminds me of school, because back then when I was school, kids did not give a shit about their food. They throw their shit everywhere. Like, when lunch starts, kids become fucking disgusting animals. Like, trust me, I know this, because I've seen kids, like, throw apples at one another in the air. There's even one time when they basically took a trash can and throw it portable on a portable class. Like, it was just so fucking weird. Like, they literally took a trash can and throw it on the roof of a class, and it was fucking hilarious. But still, it's something that just bothers me. Like, at least the animal life, like the wildlife that exists that's still around, is benefiting off of our wasteful nature. Like, I saw cats and various other animals, including seagulls, coming in for the pickings for the wasteful food the last students throw away. But still, it just bothers me because there are janitors who have to work even harder due to this. Stuff like that just generally bothers me because I just don't like the idea of seeing trash. Because I honestly don't like the idea of being disrespectful towards the planet or anyone else. But that's generally just my opinions about it, since there's a lot deeper aspects about it, like including, we literally made a trash ocean, which bothers the shit out of me that we're able to do that. Like, there's a literal island made out of trash, and that's an actual thing, and is kind of blows my mind that we haven't cleaned it or got rid of it. Or maybe if we did, I don't know. I don't really keep awareness of this, but I just want to get people more aware of this and to think about their choices. No matter how insignificant it is, it still is a big choice you're making. Because if you drop like a bottle out in the world, you are kind of killing something out there in the world, or maybe not. No matter how big or insignificant it is, a choice does affect something. It affects a lot of things, including how people view the world. And if you do something like this just tells me that you don't value the world. But it's just my opinion. I'm not going to hate you if you do this. It's just something I just want to speak out about because I feel like someone should speak for the world or speak about this because generally it's going to become a problem.